Good morning. I'll go over pairs that I'm trading and that have clear setups. I'm not going to look at dollar pairs today as they still seem to be developing in some manner for the next move. I just want to deal with pairs that I can make money from. So starting with Aussie New Zealand, I am leaving this as a fourth wave triangle because we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move up and a hard reversal from there. So 5 waves up from the low at 103.26 have been completed. So we seem to be in the third wave of the first part of a 3-wave correction. So maybe another low for the fifth wave of this, and then a corrective bounce, and then it may be a sell opportunity for C somewhere towards here, looking towards 106, maybe 105x. On the daily, we did get a shooting star, which did work, has been working. Don't let anyone tell you that they don't work. They do work, but they need to be contextualized. So there needs to be a further understanding of price movement than just candles. And in this case, with a 5 up completed, that is the further context for that candle. So we'll see how this develops, possibly for a C wave into Friday or Monday or so for the next move down. Pound Canadian dollar, this managed to resist and has since been coming down. So for now, with the break of trends, I'll be looking for another move down for Y, so long as this remains corrective overall. I will be looking for a further decline and ultimately a bullish move from it. So we'll see how this continues down. There may be a sell opportunity in here, but I'm not going to be looking out closely for it, as the money seems to be to the upside for now. I posted a short video last night of some possible yen reversals. I took it down as I wanted to wait for further developments, though they do seem valid. I'm still bullish on dollar yen, and now it seems more likely euro yen will be turning up. So looking at the two yen pairs, excluding Aussie yen, which I don't have a firm grasp of or see a trade option in, I'm going to continue to count this as 5 to here with 3-wave move. Now there are two possibilities at the moment. Yesterday I mentioned that this upswing looks like only 3 waves so far. I couldn't get a completed 5 out of it. I had a closer look yesterday and there may be a 5 in it, however, as we had 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I missed yesterday was a tiny little gyration in here for a new high, which could be 4 and 5 perhaps. It's smaller than would be ideal, but it does work. And if that is a 5-wave move to here, we had a 3-wave correction for A, B, and 5 waves down for C. So last night I was counting this as a 5-wave move. We had an extremely hard 1-hour thrust down that was managed to hold, and there may be a small 5 up here. I'm not totally sure about this, so for now I'm going to play this conservatively and wait for a breakout here. If we do get a breakout here, I will be buying this to continue the up move for larger wave 3. So we would have 1, 2, and then wave 3, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and continue from there. Alternatively, the other option is that we will see a deeper correction towards 112.50 or below, basically below here, which I've currently marked as 2. This would slightly change the count here and bring wave 1 up to here. And this would be the first part of the correction. This move, which could be 5 or could be 3, would be the second. And this would be just the first part of this further correction. So we will see one more downward thrust towards here. So that is the second option now. So just a moment. I will wait to buy this until I see a breakout. I'm not looking to sell this. If we do come down to here, I will also be looking to buy this. So we'll see which way it turns here, as it's Currently, not a good place to buy, in my opinion, because a buy here would leave you open to a minimum 75 point down move, which I'm not interested in exposing myself to. So that is the bullish setup on this. Overall, it remains valid as we have had a 5-wave advance. The question is, frankly, where to label it. But I see this. I see a breakout here as a continuation for this move, and I would then count this as 5. So let's see how it develops later today. Euro yen, I modified the count on this as we had a further, the whole pattern looks corrective. We had a further swing down from this area, which I was initially trying to buy a correction from. So this from the from X here, we can simply have a 3-way pattern down to complete wave 4. It's still within the bounds. It's become quite elongated, but it is valid. And from last night, what I wanted to update was the possible 5-wave move here, where we have an expanding diagonal for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a 5 up into here. And so far, a 3-wave correction. So there will be a buy in this. The question is if or there should be rather, if the correction is finished or if we have another slightly deeper move to come into, for example, this area. So if this does sell off a bit deeper, I will be looking to buy this as well, so long as this current low at 118.59 holds. See how that materializes later today. So both these yen pairs look like they are buys. The third pair I updated last night has just about broken down. I cannot get a low in this, unfortunately. It seemed impulsive up to here and broke down too strongly. So we still have a possible 3-wave move. However, it is breaking down and we'll need to turn up. Maybe we'll see a bounce off of here. So maybe a bit lower to 600, to the 78.6 level of this 5-wave advance. That would still leave it open to a turn. I'm not interested in selling this pair for the overall larger pattern on the daily time frame. So Euro New Zealand for now for me remains bullish, and I would take it as it develops. Pound New Zealand, this move did so far has and probably will be ultimately corrective. So I will leave this open. I will leave this as having a bullish edge on a further low for a 3-wave move. So we'll see how it develops, maybe into the 61.8 level. I don't have an immediate trade on this, but I'm still interested in taking it long, ultimately, if we can find a low. This is posing the threat of turning over, but for now I will remain bullish on this. So let me just see. US Canadian is still correcting. I think we have another upward swing on that. Not clear on gold still. And the dollar pairs are, I think, still correcting. I'm not going to go over them. Aussie dollar in particular needs to prove itself at some time. Another spike up will still see this remaining within the ending diagonal. Ultimately, I'm still bullish on the dollar. So at least Euro dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar still looking lower. Pound is something of an exception. It's in the middle of nowhere still, so we'll leave that. So for today, looking at the yen pairs as buys at some stage. And we'll see if we get a further sell option on Aussie New Zealand for a short-term sell before the next move up. Okay, I'll update tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.